Hey, 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 what's going on? Oh, my good people, what is going on? What's going on, Dorothy? I am Rochelle T. Parks. I am your health motivator, y'all. Y'all are in for a treat. I have a wonderful, wonderful guest for you all today. So come on in
Yeah.
here, y'all. Come on in here. I promise you, you won't regret this. I got the one and only Dr. Deedy B, the Elite MD. And we're just going to have a candid conversation. So I'm about to bring her in a minute. So, Dorothy, listen, send this link out. Start sharing. This is going to be good. I'm excited. Okay, this will be my first time
Me
with
too.
somebody on a YouTube live, so we can talk this thing through, y'all. So start sending these. Start sharing the link. Start sharing. Say, come on, we're gonna hear from a real doctor, okay? And here's the deal: a lot of times, like, we can villainize doctors, okay? Like, oh, doc, they don't care about us. They don't, so we're going to have a real candid conversation where you can hear from the doctor's point of view, right? So this will be a continuation. What's going on, Shonda? I was waiting for you, Shonda. I said, I ain't going to start this thing to Shonda get here, okay? Because Shonda is faithful, okay? So she's faithful. So okay, come on, Tuka, come on, Marine. But they so this is a continuation of the I Am the Hope conference, right? Where Dr. Didi just shared her heart, really. And we got to hear from the doctor's point of view. And so I'll just say, for me, I don't villainize doctors, right? Because if it were not for doctors, I firmly believe I'd be a widow right now. So I know doctors saved my husband's life. So I do not villainize. So I want to add the one and only Dr. Deedy B. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Hey, what's going on, Dr. Deedy?
Hey,
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love
what's going on, good people?
it. What's going on, good people? Can y'all see? Let me see. I'm looking at my comments. Can y'all see Dr. Deedy? Tuka, Shonda. I got my twins here. Shonda Curtis, Shonda Baker. Can y'all see the good doctor? Let me know. Let me know if you can see the good doctor. Okay. You look beautiful. The light is popping, girl. The light is popping. Come on with the gear on.
Hey, look, I learned from the best. Look, let me tell you about, you know what I'm saying? My squad, the best, okay? Come through.
Oh, I
The
love
elite
it. I love
squad.
it. I love it. Let
Yeah.
me see. Shonda say, I'm going to be here. Dr. Didi explained so much in the other video. I appreciate it so much. Okay, very good. Very good.
Oh,
So
thank
we are
you.
here. So, okay, Judy said yes, they can see us. Okay, very good. So, Dr. Didi,
Okay.
let's just go back. Let's let the people know. So y'all, this is a real live doctor. Let me just say this, okay? A real live. They saying hello, Dr. D. Everybody saying
Hi,
hello. Okay.
sweeties.
So this is a real live doctor, okay? All credentialed, okay? Medical school
Credential,
graduate,
board
credentialed,
certified.
board certified
Okay.
physician, okay? She has been with us since the beginning. Okay, Dr. Didi and I met probably what 2018.
Oh, it was definitely 2018. Yeah, probably around 2018
Okay,
ish.
we met in 2018. We were part of the same community with Eric Thomas in Breed University. We used to get on an accountability call every morning. Okay, every morning um, at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. I was one of the facilitators on the call. Dr. Didi used to jump on, and it was an accountability call, so you get on there and say your goals, whatever. So I'm going to fast forward a bit, but just know that there was a point. See, this is how you know God ordained this whole thing. Like I truly believe God ordained this whole thing, because what happened was Dr. Didi at the time was in medical school. Now you correct me if I get any of this out of line, Dr. Didi. But Dr. Didi was in medical school at the time,
Yep.
and she needed somebody to help her study. Okay, she needed an
Mm-hmm.
accountability partner. I got these things I need to study. Can somebody help me? Now, Coach Rowe, who was one of the facilitators, I didn't want to like jump in front of the other people, right? Because I was one of the leaders. So as a leader, you let your people go first. So I said, okay, let me see who's gonna jump at the task, right, or jump at the opportunity. Nobody said a word. Okay, Doctor D, I need
Zero.
nobody. I said, oh, come on, Jesus. I said, I will do it. I will
Them
do
folks
it.
was like, I'm not finna be on the phone with Dr. Didi understanding nothing she got to talk about.
That
Okay,
was
I don't know nothing she finna say. I'm not finna be
I
her kind because I don't know
said.
what she talking about no way.
I said, I'm going to do it, y'all, because this was in 2020. Okay. This was on the heels
Mm-hmm.
of this whole incident happening with my husband. So at this time, I think my husband, I think he was home. I think he had made it home from the hospital. So
Yeah.
y'all know
Mm-hmm.
April 5th took him to the hospital in diabetic ketoacidosis, go through this whole ordeal. We come back home April 9th of 2020. April 17th, his last day taking medication because Coach Rowe put together a plan. So we're home. We're doing this thing. Dr. Deedy needs an accountability partner. I'm like, I'll do it. I'll do it because I'm thinking, what better can I have than a whole doctor, okay? That I can talk to every day. Dr. Deedy was not aware of what had happened with my husband. I hadn't shared it, okay, on the call.
Mm-hmm.
So she says, okay, I think I was Coach Rowe then, right? Were they calling me Coach Rowe then?
Yep.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
I was Coach Rowe.
yep.
She was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, Coach Rowe, I'm gonna send you the list of all the topics, okay? And then you just tell me which one you want me to do, and then I'll, brush up on that topic, and then I'll present, right? So I said, okay, great. Y'all, she sent me that list, okay? The very first one, the number one topic on the list was diabetes. I said, come on, Jesus, is it gonna be this easy? Is it gonna be
This
this
easy.
easy? I said,
Too easy.
diabetes, okay, diabetes. She said, okay. So she presented it, and then and I shared this with you, Dr. Didi. It was so, I mean, you talking, I'm taking notes, okay? Some stuff I knew already, but I'm literally taking notes on stuff. And I remember I talked to Pops. I said, man, I'm feeling guilty. He was like, why? I said, because Dr. Didi doesn't know what has happened to you, and I feel like I'm using her. Like this is, I don't. It wasn't sitting well in my spirit. I said, I need to tell her what has happened to you. And so he said, okay. And so I remember I called. I think I texted you. Said, Dr. D, I got to talk to you. You remember that? I said, I got to talk
Yeah,
to
I
you.
remember. Yeah.
And you was like, yeah, what is it? And I think I called you, and I was telling you. You said, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Are you telling me? I was like, that's exactly. He's like, hold on, I need to FaceTime you because I got to see Lazarus. You remember
That's right. I
that?
remember. We still cracking up about that. I don't know. Yeah, I be cutting up now. I said, put Lazarus on the
Put
phone.
Lazarus on the phone. And
Yes,
so we
Lord.
FaceTime, we
Got them on
talked
the phone.
about it, and from that point on, we just decided we need to share this with the world. And I said, we need to ask Dr. Didi to come with us. And so, y'all, if y'all go out to YouTube right now, we did a Mindset Talks. If you go to my YouTube channel and click on the Mindset Talks, May 14th, we did a whole interview, right? May 14th of 2020. It was me, Pops, and Dr. Didi, and we talked about this whole ordeal. And so
Yeah.
he's been rocking with us ever since, y'all. Like all
Yes, Lord.
sugar ain't sweet. Well, first I guess it was what did we call it the first time? What? Well, I guess it was diabetes
Demolition.
demolition, right?
Yeah.
And then sugar ain't sweet. Then sugar ain't sweet elite. Then sweet
Elite.
surrender, and now sugar ain't sweet
Sugar and Sweet
academy.
Academy.
So
Yes.
everything she's been here, and she knows. I mean, she's had consultations with people. Like she's been by our side. So for those that think that Coach Rowe just out here wilding out, first of all, Coach Rowe is not a doctor, and I tell you, I don't play one on TV.
That's
So if
right.
it's something above my level, because we just talking about God's food, okay? If it's something
That's
that's
right.
above my level, I will reach out to this young lady right here and say, Dr. Didi, we need you to step in, okay? I need you to can put you. I got to put you in the game, and so
Yeah.
that's where it's been, and it's worked beautifully. And so I just wanted to publicly say thank you, Dr. Didi. You have been a godsend, and then blessed us with your presence at the conference and spoke so eloquently and passionately about the doctor's side, the doctor's point of view.
Yeah.
So that's why we're here today to just kind of continue along those lines because many people now are kind of upset with the doctors. Okay, many people,
Yeah.
and I try to tell them, no, like we have a part in this too, right? Like we have to do our part.
Absolutely.
We have to do our part. So I just want to say off the break before I start asking questions, is there anything you want to say to the people? Because I'm sure you hear the stuff people say. Is there anything you like to share before I start like asking some questions?
No, when we start talking, we just start talking. And you definitely, Mama. You're my sister. You're my. I call her my. I got so many nicknames for my Coach Rowe, but You've always been so dear to my heart and just a beautiful human being in spirit to just be underneath mentorship. And one thing that I love about us hanging out and doing this life together, I'm going to call it just doing life together, is that it's always genuine.
Hmm.
So when I talk to people or when I'm talking to you, I love what we just got through doing because it is about relationships. And one thing about relationships is mutualism. It's
Hmm.
never a one-sided situation. So I want the people to know as we continue to ask questions, answer them, we're going to clown, we're going to laugh, but at the end of the day, know your part as well. I have a part, you have a part, and it's a mutualism. And whenever we take ourselves out of a mutualistic, you know what I'm saying, situation, then it becomes either selfish. You understand what I'm saying? We start, you know what I mean? We just start. Okay, babe.
That's so.
My nephew in the NFL. Look, my husband watching. I told you, it's real life over
It's
here. Real
real life,
life.
y'all. It's real life.
But
Don't.
it's
It's all good. It's all good.
but it's a mutualistic relationship, and we just need to know our part. Let's play our part, and then if you don't know what your part is, then let's ask. Let's see what else I can do better and you can do better, and let's get to the nitty gritty. Because at the end of the day, we want to win. Both sides, we want to win.
That's
You know
right.
what I
That's
mean?
right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So let me start here. So most of the people that I'm dealing with that's coming into the academy, we either that Coco.
Yeah. I'm gonna close my door.
Okay, okay. What's going on, Inez, Karen, Online Journal, Shonda, AGB, Tuka, Judy. I'm just Marine. I'm just saying, and Miss Dorothy. Oh, okay. So here we go.
Hey,
Uh,
y'all.
so here it is. Most people that come into the program are either dealing with high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, or want to lose some weight, maybe dealing with some arthritis, things like that. And so here's the thing I hear most people say. First of all, I'm very surprised. Can I just say this? At how many people are taking medication and they don't even monitor their blood sugar. They don't even monitor their blood pressure. They don't have any idea what normal is, what ideal is, what the target ranges are. And so that's mind-boggling to me. So I'm like, how can a person get off the medication if they don't even know,
No.
what
So, so the, I guess when people come into the doctor's office, there's this idea that this is what should be happening. Unfortunately, a lot of times when people are coming in, they want to spend the least amount of money taking care of health. Now we'll go buy some expensive shoes, bags, and everything else and not blink. But then when we start saying, hey, this is going to cost such and such amount of money and your insurance is not going to cover it,
mm,
you understand what I'm saying? So let's be specifically to the blood sugar monitor.
mhm, mhm,
So most of the time when people come in pre-diabetes or they're in, say for instance, their HbA1c is on the lower level, which means they're not on insulin,
mhm,
they're on oral medications.
mhm,
9 times out of 10, most of those oral medications are not going to drop your blood sugar to a critical level enough for you to be warranted to check your blood sugar multiple times a day, every day, so forth and so on, right? So when we order those things, say for instance, I say a glucose meter and all of the things, and I send it to the pharmacy.
mhm,
The pharmacy then is going to run it through the insurance, and the insurance is going to choose to cover it or not choose to cover it. But
mm,
they look at the medications that we're prescribing and they say it's not necessary. So then it's not that you can't get it, is that they're going to say this is how much the bill is for it,
right, right,
right?
right.
Listen, most folks gonna be like, now why Dr. Deedy didn't tell me I was gonna have to whoop. But yeah, this
Yeah,
is too
yeah,
much money. Now she know I gotta pay this and I gotta pay this. I'm like, cool.
that's
How
right.
about we do this? How about we do this? We got a better way. It's it's usually about 90 days. Your HbA1c, your blood cells last 90 days,
Mhm,
right? They turn it over, but it's about 90 days. So how about we check your blood sugar on this medication in 90 days,
mhm,
right? So then you come back into the clinic and guess what? All of that is covered in that clinic visit. So then there's no out of pocket expense. Now,
Mm-hmm.
don't get me wrong. What should be offered though, just like blood pressure machines are told to you, say, hey, you're going to spend about $20 to go get a brand new, nice, wrap around your arm blood pressure machine, the same way that you can go into, any Walmart, Walgreens, what have you, and get a blood glucose monitor. It's going to
Yeah.
cost you about $20.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So I do agree, maybe that should be offered more often and more frequently
Mm-hmm.
so that people know it is your option.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? But just know that if I send it to the pharmacy, there is going to be a cost to you. You
Mm.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a balance. It's a balance between it, it all. Now, if you're on insulin, then guaranteed they're gonna you're gonna have a monitor, and insurance is gonna cover it, and they're gonna give you more than enough supplies to keep that going.
Yeah, yeah. So I didn't even know that part, but that makes sense, and I get that. It's about, it's not bad enough for to cover it. Once it gets to a certain point, now we cover it. So it's not saying you don't need it. It's just saying we're not gonna cover it. Like you, we.
Right. And that's the restriction on.
Mhm.
Listen, if we could, we get, and that's why we have these. I thank God that I worked in rural medicine, and I've been serving underserved populations, right, for the last 3 to 5 years. So I respect all of it, and I love the free clinics and everything else. You can probably go get a glucose, and a blood pressure machine, so forth and so on. But the system is set up that it has to be this bad for us to pay for it. If you want us to pay for it, it's got to be something serious. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah,
But
yeah.
it is affordable enough for you
It
to take care
is.
of it yourself.
It is, and
It's
that's why
not
I tell the
300,
people,
400, 500, $600 for you to do that. It's
nope. It's
$20 a
$20, and
month.
you can go to CVS or Rite Aid or Walmart, any of those places, and get a glucose monitor.
Glucose meter.
I mean, glucose meter. And what's funny, I didn't even know until that situation happened with Pops, because I never looked for one, and I didn't even know. But in the CVS, there's a whole rack of them. I mean, it's like you pick, take your pick, and so you can just go
Right.
purchase them with all the supplies, so they're there. They just person just has to be educated, and they're very easy to use. I remember when I brought it home, Dr. Deedy, the Pops was like, "You know how to use that?" I was like, "No," I said, "But I know how to read.
Can't be
I
that
know how to
hard,
read.
huh?
It can't be that hard." And I literally, plus it wasn't gonna be my finger, no way. But no, seriously, I said I know how to read, and so I figured I can
Yeah.
figure it out. And they're all pretty simple. They all kind of work the same way, the typical, glucose. But shout out to, let me just say this: I got the G7 came out, so this is my first time wearing
Yeah.
G7. Okay, this is the first time wearing that, and because I had the
You like it?
G6. Yeah, 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 it's pretty good, pretty good. But no, so yeah, I just want people to hear, and y'all, if y'all have questions, please type them in the chat. If you have a question that you'd like to ask Dr. Didi, I can ask her here, and she can answer your question. Because I really wanted people to hear from the doctor's point of view, right? Because Dr. Didi, you said something that was so powerful at the conference. And you said it was such, I can tell it came from the depths of your soul, like you meant that thing. You said, like the people, I'm just gonna say, the people hold the doctors to so high of a standard, like like we hold you all higher, to a higher standard than we hold ourselves.
Self.
That part, like we want the doctors to like perform miracles, like, and we punish these bodies, and we do, and we roll up to the doctors, and we want them to just fix it, no matter what it is. Fix it, fix it. Like, you're the doctor. That's
That's
what I
right.
pay you for. Fix it. And we punish these bodies. I'm like, they're not like, they want them to perform these miracles. I'm like, we have our part to do. You understand? And so
Absolutely.
that's why I say, for any measure of health that you have, is by God's grace. Because I know,
Yes.
I'm just speaking for me, I know how I punish my body. So I know, for,
Yeah.
for me to have the health that I have right now today, it's only by God's grace. I promise you, because
Yeah.
I know how I punish my body. So for the person who is constantly and constantly and constantly, so I put a short on YouTube 2 days ago from Dr. Myron Golden. It was a clip from when he spoke in my 5-day challenge, and he said this. He said, "Imagine you have a pocket knife, right? and you take your finger and you cut it, right? And you just keep
Mm-hmm.
cutting it and cutting it and cutting it and cutting it and cutting it in that same spot. He said eventually,
Mm-hmm.
he said the way God made us though, the body heals itself, but you just keep cutting and keep cutting and keep cutting. He said eventually the finger's gonna think you don't want me, like you don't want me no more, right? He said, but you
Exactly.
would keep doing that to your finger. That doesn't make sense. He said, but that's what we do to our body, to our organs, to our
Mm-hmm.
pancreas, to our livers, to our lungs, to our, that's what we do
Mm-hmm.
it every single day with the food we're eating. We just
That's
keep
right.
inflicting, to our hearts, that same wound every day, every day, every day, every day. And so the organs like, you must not want me.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna shut down. You don't
I'ma
need me.
shut down. You keep
Mm-hmm.
hurting me. You keep doing the thing that's hurting me every single day. How can you don't want me anymore?
That's
I will
right.
shut down if you don't want me. Right? So can you
Yeah.
speak to just the mentality, like the mindset? Because I know you did your residency in Selma, and then you used to share with me some of the mindsets, like the mindset of just the people and how like what these high expectations they have for the doctors.
Right. And it's not man, shout out to Selma because I thank God that they allowed me to serve them on such a beautiful level. But I find that the more conversations and the more that I transition in life as a medical physician, it's the mindset of a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
one of the things I wanted to say too, my bear, like when you hold me at a high standard, then you hold yourself, then you think that I have the answer, and the answer is always in you. The
Mm.
answer is always in you. It's always in you. So what happened was for me when I was at the conference was people can be to the point to where I don't want to do nothing else because I've tried and I'm at my wits end of trying and I know they think I have like a secret curtain and I'm holding it out like I'm holding out the secret pill, the one pill that's going to fix it all. I have it, but I just won't give it to you.
Mm.
That's kind of how it's is described. You understand? So when they come in and they sit there and they like and I say and I know my bear, you know about this. I say, well, tell me about your diet. Like you eating vegetables, you eating fruit. Oh, I eat that all the time. Okay, you're drinking your water, whatever. I drink way more water, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so are you cutting out sugar? Oh, I don't never eat that fast food. You understand what I'm saying? All these terminologies, but then when I look at your blood,
Right.
it tells me a story that's not adding up with your mouth.
That's right.
I'm
That's
looking
good.
at this lab work. Sis, come on, bro. You done stepped on the scale, your blood pressure through the roof, and I see your blood. Tell me the truth. But
That's
at
right.
the end of the day, they want to make it look like, listen, I've done all I can. Don't tell me the stuff that really is going to fix it. I know you have something secret in the back. Just write this prescription. Just sign your name. Sign this John Hancock and get rid of my worries. You see, that's the behavior, the attitude. I'm here today to tell you is not it. I don't got it. Look, I'm taking the curtain down. It's blank. I don't got it. I don't have a secret pill. I don't have no secret sauce. I don't have no secret potion. There's nothing secret behind this veil. What you see is a mirror.
Mm.
That's what I have behind this curtain. I have a mirror, and the mirror is very truthful and honest, and it's a beautiful reflection of who you are. If you would just be honest and look yourself in the face and say, okay, let me get this work in. And then you really start listening to what Dr. Deedy got to tell you, and you really truly listen, then you're going to do exactly that. You're going to eat on the outside of the grocery aisles. You're not going to shop from the middle aisles unless you're getting, you know what I'm saying, your seasonings or whatever, seeds, legumes, or whatever else you're going to do. You're going to drink half your body weight in water. You're going to move your body twice a day, right? We're going to do everything that we know and then you're going to come back and see me, and then you're going to see your blood going to change, the scale's going to change, your blood pressure's going to change, right? That's the honest truth. I
Yeah.
don't have anything secret than what you're already know to do, but you're telling yourself every day, I've done enough. But if you come and see me and I say I've done enough, then you won't fight.
That's right. That's right.
What you mean? What you mean you're not gonna see me for another 6 months? I can't listen, I can't see I'm coming back in a month. I don't understand. I don't got nothing else, baby. You gotta do the work. You have to do the work. I promise you gotta do the work. And what is so what's so clear to me is that if you truly say, I have not been treating my body the way I'm supposed to, like you're talking about, Coach Real. Like, because if we're all honest with ourselves, we take it for granted.
Mm-hmm.
Until it becomes a whole problem, because you can't really some. And then that's why they call high blood pressure, hypertension, the silent killer.
Silent killer. Mm-hmm.
Silent killer, because you don't know. The only thing that you could really, you don't know about your blood pressure, your blood sugar, you don't know about these labs because you're walking around feeling real okay. What you think is okay.
That's
No
right.
matter if your joints hurting, you're tired, your headaches and all, what you think is okay, you living it, so you know what I mean, it's not really bothering you. You can see your weight, but it ain't really bothering you. You understand? It's not until it becomes a critical thing to now we want to be, like, okay, what I got to do, and I'll do it right now. You understand? So when we're doing this abuse to our bodies day after day, like you're saying, and we're playing tackle football with these organs that are so sensitive and everything else, but we keep punching on them and grinding on them. The the thing that I think we don't realize, and I know we talk about if we do it, then we can undo it, my bear, but sometimes we let this thing go so long, like you said, there's no turning back from it. And that's why we talk so much and we do these lives and we're educating and we're doing so much, because we want people to know, hey, listen, even though I don't have a secret pill, I got a roadmap. I got a roadmap to health. And if you come and you get on this road and you follow where those arrows are going, I promise there's solutions to you. But don't wait until there's the end of the road,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then there's no U-turn.
Mm-hmm.
One of the signs is no U-turn. Don't get to the end of the road, man. Just make sure that you do what you can do when you can do it. That's my beck and call. People say, "Oh, I'll see you next year," or they feel like they got more and more time to get this thing right. But today is the day, man, to start loving on these bodies. Look in the mirror and be very honest that, listen, I love my body enough to give it what it needs, and stop depending on our bodies to do the best for us when it's dehydrated, it's starving for nutrition, it doesn't have vitamins and minerals that it needs to reproduce good cells in order to produce, you know what I'm saying? The reproductive of good repair. It can't even do any of that because we're not giving it what it needs. You can't even repair the damage because the body's starving. You feeding it so much stuff that's empty, it can't even work appropriately. You understand what I'm saying? But you have no idea. You have no idea. And that's why we're educating all the time on these issues.
And that's the part people don't even realize. They have no idea. Like uh, uh, they have no idea that it all works together. Like you said, the body can't even
Absolutely.
repair. Like the body can't even repair because it doesn't have the proper nutrients. It doesn't have the proper, vitamins and minerals. It doesn't have the. You don't give it water, right? So, like Dr. Myron Golden's video, and I'm gonna drop another one where he's talking about water. But it's like it makes it crystal clear. Like that was like a practical example, like cutting yourself. He said you wouldn't do that, right? Just keep doing that. That doesn't even make sense. He said, but this is what we do to our organs. I'm like, wow. Like that was
Right.
just so profound. It was simple, but like people don't see it like that. They don't see and they so what I say is I help people connect the dots. Like that how
Yeah.
they feel every single day has everything to do with what they put inside of their bodies. Like how they feel every single day. They don't connect the dots. They don't know that you feel this way because of what you're eating. You don't know that your blood pressure is high because of what you're eating. You don't know that your
What you
your
eating?
knee is aching because of what you're eating. You don't know that you're not sleeping through the night because of what you're eating. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't connect
Yes.
headaches that you have because of what you're eating. This CPAP machine because of what you're eating.
What you eating?
This
Mm.
congestive heart failure, this chronic kidney disease, this you see all these things now, and I don't need anybody to tell me that there's genetic predispositions for all of it. Okay, so I'm not talking about those small percentages of people that may have a birth defect or a heart defect. That's not. I'm talking about the vast majority of the people. We eat our way into these conditions.
Today's situation. That's right.
We eat our way, and
That's
so I
right.
heard Pastor Steve Reynolds said that we dig our graves with a knife and a fork and an ice cream spoon.
Mm.
You know,
Ooh.
we dig our graves with a knife and a fork and an ice cream spoon. That's what he said. So I'm like, wow, it's all about what we eat. It's all about what we put in our bodies, and it affects everything, Dr. Deedy. As you know,
Yeah.
like I just think like we were just on the call and somebody hit me up on the side said, Coach Ro, your skin is popping. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at your skin is popping, but I
Yeah.
know we
Yeah.
on the same thing and what we're eating and we're
That's right.
exercising, we're holding each other accountable, we're drinking our water, and so all these things matter. You know,
Yeah.
how you look on the outside, what's going on the inside, that
The
blood
gut.
work.
Yeah.
And that blood work don't lie. These numbers don't lie. I don't care what you
They
say.
don't lie. They
That this
don't
blood
lie.
work, you
And tell
can't.
the whole story. Tell the
The
whole truth.
whole story. The
The whole
whole
story on you.
story.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Yeah.
definitely can't lie. I can tell you if you can't tell me you eat clean, but your fasting every day is 120. you can't
Come on.
you can't tell me that. You cannot tell me you eat clean, yet you don't sleep well at night. You wake up all through the night. You can't tell me you eat clean, and yet you suffering with migraine headaches all the time. You can't tell me you eat clean and your body aches. You have chronic body pain every day. Like that doesn't add up.
Right.
It just
That's
doesn't
right.
add up. You can't tell me you eat clean, but your cholesterol is 230. That
Yeah.
that doesn't pass the I'm not gonna say common sense, but that doesn't pass the test. Okay, that does not pass the
Right.
test. And so, I want the people to know that like food, what you put in your body matters. Like Dr. Didi and all the other physicians across the world, it's not their responsibility. Like we have to be our number one health advocate. It
Yes.
starts with us. You see,
Yes.
you said it. You said it
Yes.
starts with like you don't have no magic curtain, to reveal and bring out. No, it starts with us.
Yeah.
It starts with the
Yeah.
man and the woman in the mirror.
Yeah. And
You
let's
know,
have honest communication. Like when you go and see your doctor, it's almost like that's why I always tell people, I encourage people, like, if you sit down with me and you feel like we're not going to mesh and you can't come in and be honest with me, you need to find a physician, nurse practitioner, PA that's going to monitor you, that you feel comfortable with so you can have these conversations. Because if you come and you sit with me and you don't want to be open and honest, then it hinders our mutualistic relationship, like I've talked about before. What you want to do when you're talking to your patients is feel like, okay, they're going to come in and tell me. So at the conference, this gentleman was like, Dr. Deedy, I had a problem. I went to urgent care and I had a problem with my toe. And the doctor didn't even ask me about this, that, and the third. I said, listen, when you went into the doctor's office, they do a thing. They do vitals first. They do
right?
vitals first, right,
Mhm.
Von Bear?
Mhm.
Okay, so you complaining about your foot, but you know what the nurse came and told me? Yeah, I know he hit for his foot, but his blood pressure 200 over 106.
Wow.
Okay, but I'm just saying, right? Okay, so you came for your foot, but what's about to kill you?
That's right.
Or you understand what I'm saying? His pulse was this, Dr. DD, or what have you. So now we're getting EKG, and now we're running blood pressure. Now we're trying to see, okay, why don't you relax? Let's see if we can recheck it. And now we're like, okay, well, let's get some labs and let's. So we done stuff to save your life now.
That's right.
But when you come in, even though you're telling me about your toe, are you telling me that you're not taking your blood pressure medicine because you don't want to tell me that you ran out of money and you didn't pay for this month, or you want to tell me that, you know what I'm saying, you're really not feeling the blood pressure medicine, or is making problems in some other areas that maybe you're embarrassed about? What is the reason? Or
Mhm.
maybe you didn't even know. But can we at least have the conversation? But
Mhm.
don't walk out and say, Dr. Dita don't care nothing about me because I told her I came in here because my foot hurt. And we got a follow up now in 7 days. I told her I came in here for my foot, but she didn't even look at my foot, what have you. And he said, well, Dr. Didi, if you don't, because this is just hypothetical. He
Mhm.
said, but if I came in for my foot and you didn't look at my foot and I told you my foot was hurting, then how you know that it wasn't a serious injury? I said, listen, some stuff we're expecting you to tell us. And some stuff I'm expecting you to check the bottom of your foot and make sure there's no nail in it.
That's
I'm
right.
expecting you to check and see whether or not your toe is swollen, blue, red, oozing pus. You understand what I'm saying? I'm
Mhm.
expecting you to say, hey, Dr. Deedy, when I got up this morning, I jammed that joke on the side of my bed. You know, it might be broke. I'm expecting you to come in and say, but if you come in and just say my foot hurting and I work as a construction worker and I'm in some old 2-year-old boots, I'm did you try Tylenol? Did you try to buy some new? But
That's
if
right.
any of those other things, I'm expecting you to share it. But
That's right.
one thing I know for sure is you're not gonna die because your foot hurt. But if I let you walk out of here with this 200 over 100 and something blood pressure, it's going to
Might
be a
not
whole
make it.
problem
Yeah, you
all at
might not make
once.
it out the parking lot. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's not to say that that's I don't know what his situation was and what happened. I was just trying to give him a realization that we're expecting you to do certain things because you love you,
Mm-hmm.
because you love you. So I'm expecting you to check. So I'm expecting you to come in, hey, jibble jabble and talk to me or whatever. But know that when you come and see me, I'm looking at the whole person, not just this one. I have headaches. But why do you have headaches? And then I tell you about all the reasons you could, but you don't like that answer because I didn't give out a pill. And I said, hey, can we try drinking water? Hey, can we try eating better? Hey, can we try exercise? Hey, can we try going to bed? Hey, can we try putting the phone down?
Mm.
You know, can we get off the screens for a little while? Can you see whether or not that helps? But
Mm-hmm.
you get these kickbacks like, you know, Dr. D ain't doing nothing, man. She didn't get you if they don't walk out, and I'm not saying this is all patients, but if you don't walk out with a prescription, sometimes you feel like it was a blank trip for you. Instead of the fact that you walked out with a lot of education and roadmaps to a whole healthy being, and it was the best thing for you.
Wow. Now that's real talk, Dr. Didi, because see now that people don't like to talk about that because they're a group of people that say all the doctors want to do. They always want to give me a prescription, right? And then there's some, like you said, that say, "What's the problem? You don't give me a prescription. Like, where's my prescription?" Like some people, that's all they want is the pill. Like, let's fix it. I remember like years ago, I was in the military, but I remember I knew somebody who had high blood pressure. Okay, had no business in going to eat. He used to go get like pork rinds and ham sandwich. Like had no business eating this stuff. He used to eat this stuff and drive himself to the ER.
Wow.
He knew it was going to send his blood pressure through the roof. He used to, but he ate it and drove himself to the ER, right? Because he said I know they gonna fix it. That's what he was saying. They gonna whatever they gonna do. They gonna fix it. So there's some who are looking for the prescription. They don't want to do any work. I
Right.
tell my people, to shout out to my people in Sugar Ain't Sweet Elite. I said, y'all don't want to do no heavy lift. I said, if me and my coaches keep doing all the heavy lifting, y'all don't get stronger. Like you don't learn
Right.
nothing if we're doing all the
Right.
work.
That's
You have
right.
to do some work. We have to become our number one health advocate. So that means, guess what? We gotta read some stuff. We gotta learn some stuff. We gotta. So that's why in the Sugar Ain't Sweet Academy, I am big on trying to teach them the cell theory and just knowing how the body works. If you can just
Exactly.
understand how the body works, okay, how you go from a cell to a whole organism, how this thing
Right.
builds on one another, how God in His infinite wisdom, how He created us, and that our bodies can heal themselves with God's food and so yeah, but we have to do some work, man. And some people
Absolutely
they don't
somewhere.
want to do nothing. They don't want to do nothing. They want to eat what they want
Nothing.
to eat. Yeah, Pop said Dr. Doolittle with the seafood. That's right. Yeah, and you remember in the movie they would eat this. He knew the seafood was gonna
It gonna
just
swell
roll
them
up.
up. Yeah.
Exactly, he was allergic to that stuff, and then he would eat it, and then like what's about to happen to you. But there's some people that would do that,
Absolutely.
and they know because they just
Yeah.
have either they have so much faith, okay, in the doctors, or just I don't know. I just don't love themselves. I don't know which one it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just the flesh is weak. You want what you want. Okay? Just keep
Yeah.
sowing into this flesh. You want what you want without,
Not
just
understanding the repercussions.
that's
Yeah, you're
right.
not understanding what it takes when you get in that ring, you think you going in there, you know what I'm saying, with some puny people, but really it's Mike Tyson in there. You
Mm,
understand what I'm saying? It's Mike
mm,
Tyson. And listen, that blood pressure is going listen, it's going to keep punching them kidneys and keep punching them
mm.
kidneys and keep but you in the ring with Mike Tyson, man, them blows are causing damage. Okay, it's
Ah,
causing damage. And
ah.
I'm telling you, I love the people. I want you to come see me. God knows. Listen, I'm dancing when you're losing weight, when the numbers coming down. I'm talking about I got music. I'm a whole party. Okay. I love them people. They know when they come see Dr. Deedy, oh, she gonna fuss today. Oh, she gonna be happy today. She gonna be dancing all around this place. I can't wait to see. They know which way we gonna fly because I've taught you that you're gonna monitor this thing at home. And when you see, and that's what I love about our program too, because when you see your numbers and you see that shift and you see the needle moving and you see good things happening, your body changing, man, it gives you enthusiasm. But you got to start and you got to believe in you. That's my main thing, is like, I'm all about, listen, if you need me, I'm here for you. If you need me, come see me,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm a real doctor. I may not be your doctor, but I am a doctor.
That's
Okay.
right.
Come
That's
see
right.
me. Okay.
That's right.
But and that's for any physician. They want you to come see. We don't want you to sit at home and this thing be way past point. But we want you to do is that when we tell you, hey, there's some ways we can get over this without, taking all of these medications and so forth, so on. If you would just do A, B, C, or D, we need you to follow the map, man,
Yeah.
because it's always going to be better on that side. When you can fix it, it's always better on that side.
It's
Always,
always better. Can
always
I
better.
want you to go back and because I don't even think people get that part when you said it's like Mike Tyson punching at those kidneys. Like what it like if you can elaborate on, because I don't know if people understand that, right? I know exactly what you mean, but I don't know if people understand that. Like, can you talk? Like break that down? What are you
Absolutely.
talking about?
Okay, so hypertension. One thing I this is how I try to break down hypertension. It's not, listen, for y'all MD folks that's out here, it's not to the point, but it's a good illustration. Okay. But you know what I'm saying? Your heart is a chamber, man. That joker squeeze it. And it's got a beat. It moves to the beat. It's like boom, boom, right? And it's got a big old tube.
Mhm.
That big tube is connected to your kidneys, right? Let's just say it like that. It splits off. It's called the aorta. It splits down, and that's where your blood. When the pressure is high, say for instance, my bear, your blood pressure probably 90s over 50s, right? So it don't got to work that hard to feed
Mhm.
your organs.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's blood. But when the artery gets like stiff, or either we have like high cholesterol and there's plaque all built up, or either there's so much salt in our system and water, so there's fluid, there's all these resistance that can happen in our body. There's multiple reasons on why your blood pressure, but when it's high, right, the heart, this chamber, that beat, it's got to squeeze harder, and then it's got to get past that high pressure that's at the end of that. So it's got to squeeze, and then it's got to push. It's got to squeeze, and it's got to push, and it has to overcome the pressure. And right, the first thing that is feeding is brain. There's tubes here. It goes to your brain, and the next big places are your kidneys. Okay, there's
Mhm.
the filtration system. So when the blood is going down there at that higher pressurized point, so that it can feed blood to every other, the tips of your fingers or your toes, it's got to press really hard. So when that pressure hits those kidneys, man, it's high pressure. So it's like a punch, like that beat. It's a punch, but it's at such high pressure that you're spilling protein. Like, it's so beautiful, because like our veins and arteries, all of these things, like you talk about it, is cells.
Mhm.
It's all cells. The organ, everything that is made up is cells. But when it's damaged, it also sloughs off stuff.
Mhm.
It sloughs off stuff. So
Mhm.
when you're causing damage, stuff is sloughing off. And then the kidneys have to figure out how to filter this
Mm.
stuff. The liver is a filtration, so it's got to filter this stuff. But when it's so big, and your kidneys are like, man, that's bigger than what I planned for. And the stuff
Yeah.
is trying to force its way out so that you can pee it out or whatever else. It's causing damage. It's causing damage. The protein, all that stuff is, so when you're getting that high pressure, it's a jab. Mike Tyson just in there beating up on those kidneys. And then we call it chronic kidney disease,
Wow.
right? Because those level comes up, and then in order for it to filter through, the numbers go higher, all of these other things start changing. That's why your doctor's always talking to you about kidneys and your creatinine, your kidneys look good, or your kidneys whatever. Drink some more water to flush this stuff out. In the beginning stages. After that, they're like, oh, if you're diabetic and hypertensive, then we automatically got to give you kidney protective medication. Everything is to protect those kidneys. But then once you start getting kidney disease from all of that beaten up by that constant pressure on the kidneys, that's when we start getting into kidney failure. We start getting into dialysis because now your kidneys can't filter all that stuff anymore because of the damage that we cause from high blood pressure. That's the most simplest way I can put it, but we are fighting against all this stuff. But if you decrease the salt, the fluid goes down, the pressure goes down.
Mm.
Right.
Mm.
So water follows salt. So if salt is all in your body and water is all in there, and there's a whole bunch more pressure than what we plan for, you know what I'm saying? If you take the salt out, the water goes out.
Mm-hmm.
So then the pressure goes down. So then now we can give blood to our brain, our kidneys, our other organs that need them, our gut, you know what I mean, tips of our with a lower pressure. So
Mm-hmm.
then now you're not causing damage to those kidneys. You understand what I'm saying? Because now the heart doesn't need to squeeze so hard to overcome that pressure in
Mm-hmm.
order to feed the blood to where it needs to go. You
Mm.
know? So it's God has set this thing up, you know what I mean, in a
Okay, he did
beautiful,
that thing. Yeah,
beautiful way.
yeah. So speaking of salt, I want to ask you this. I don't think I've ever asked you this because my body is very sensitive to I'll just say excess sodium, right? Specifically my right ankle. Okay, you let me eat some I don't know, Panera bread or when I did eat Chick-fil-A, okay, because that's salty too. Like you let me eat something that's, like a lot of fast food or something that's just going to be a lot of sodium. This right ankle of mine, okay,
Mm,
will blow up just the right. The left, but this right ankle. And I'm just like, that's how I know. I can tell you, oh, that's high in sodium. How you know? Because look at this ankle. It's going to get
yeah.
me every time. It's going to get, I know I went on, when I qualified for the Shackley cruise back in 2019. So on the cruise for 7 days, whatever, eating all the food. I didn't even eat crazy, but it's just the fact that it was on a cruise, and because we at sea for 7 or 8 days, I'm sure that lots of sodium, right? Because to preserve the
Yeah.
food for all that time for 8,000
Yeah.
people, okay. And so I didn't eat. I wasn't even eating crazy. I was eating, look, relatively clean. Like I wasn't even eating bad. But I promise you, this ankle though. I said, wow, it was so bad. I remembers this. I gained, I want to say in the 8 days I was gone, I gained 14 pounds.
Wow.
And listen, and I want to say within 48 hours of being home, 48 hours or 72 hours, I lost all, it was all water.
All water. Yeah.
It was all, and I knew it by looking at this ankle, but it was 14 pounds, Dr. Deedy.
Yeah.
14 pounds, and,
Yeah.
I think it was 8 days, 7 nights. And I came, and within 72 hours, it was gone. But I just, so like, why is that? Like, is there anything I can do about that?
So one thing I would ask, like, and is like, I know you were in the military for some years. You wore boots. Y'all probably marched a lot. It was a lot of walking. Did you ever injure the ankle?
Not to my knowledge, but I mean,
Yeah.
I was in the military 30 years. Like, I could
Yeah.
have tweaked
Absolutely.
something. I could have tweaked something. You
Exactly.
know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
we wore
So there's
boots every
lax.
day. Yeah,
Yeah, and there's laxity. Some things that we do to our bodies for years that doesn't cause us anything. We'll learn older in age but that's exactly what happens is that salt don't have like a specific place. Like I'm just gonna go here and cause it just goes all over the body, and it just so happens that maybe in that particular area it liked it, and so water shifted just right there, and it might be laxity in those veins down there. You just never know. It might be,
yeah,
whatever. But the specificity of it being your right ankle, some people like, man, it's right knee. Other people be like, every time, man, you know what I mean, is this left elbow, you know what I mean? And I'll be
yeah,
like, what you
yeah,
been eating? So sometimes that inflammation is one of those things, the inflammation, the salt, everything. And then water just says, we try our best. We'll say we're drinking and we're hydrating or whatever, and it just kind of, your body say, this is not what I'm used to, so I'm gonna hold on to whatever I can, because you normally drinking all this water, but you're not. So this little bit of whatever you're gonna give me, I'm gonna hold on to it, and until
yeah.
it starts getting back into the motion of the healthy living, then they'll say it releases. And that's the same thing that happened with well, I like to say fat. You know what I'm saying? Fat
Mm-hmm.
will hold on to this body for dear life. It's gonna hold on.
Yeah.
But fat cells, I'd be like, man, you like, say, bro, you can release. Like it's all good.
It's all
Okay?
good.
I'm gonna keep me warm. You don't have to keep me warm. I got this. You can go about your business, okay? I don't need fat. I don't need you.
Yeah.
I don't need you hugging me. I
Yeah.
got this. I keep me
Yeah. Yeah.
warm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But you know how it'll burn maybe in your face, or you know what I'm saying, other different areas first before it really release, like off the hips or whatever, because your
Mm-hmm.
body is set. God has created us in such a beautiful manner where it you know, it's an understanding that you need certain things to survive. And so it's a balance thing. So once you increase your good balance, then it'll shift all of the stuff that you don't need off. All of this excess is holding on to and everything else. It'll let go of it.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I know for sure is that salt in that water, it provides tension to our vessels, and that's why our pressure and stuff goes up. And that's just because fluid is just going to stay in there. Um, you know, and I'm telling you to be true. If people would really do this experiment and maximize like 60 milligrams of sodium a day, they'll see they don't even need to be on blood pressure medicine. If
Wow.
they really like under 100, I'm talking about very minimum salt. I'm talking about they reading the sodium, they're using no salt season. I'm talking about they really truly keep an eye on it and do it for a week and see what their blood pressure is
And
at the
we
end of the
already
month.
yeah, we know what's gonna happen because we this is what we do
Yeah.
with sugar ain't
This
sweet
what
and
we do every day.
nasty,
They wouldn't
okay?
even be on medicine. They
When
wouldn't even
that
be on
thing
medicine.
goes down so fast. I mean, I'm talking about people, and you know, Dr. Deedy, that's been on medication 15, 20, 25, 30 years, okay? And they get in this thing, and we get them on God's food. We get this sodium out of their diet, and I promise they start drinking their water, and that thing just comes down like nobody's business, okay? I think
Absolutely.
Shonda Baker is on here. Shonda did the program. She had high blood pressure. We got off her medication. I don't know in how many, I forgot how many days, but I think she lost 35 pounds in the 6 weeks. She got off her blood pressure medication. She's in here. She in the comments now, feeling amazing. Tell them, Shonda. I mean, so we got quite a few people here that's in the program. So speaking of that, we got let me see. So I got some comments here. First of all, let me answer this person. Somebody asked a question about working out. They say, hold on, I want to make sure. Where is it? I saw somebody ask me something about working out. First of all, I got one online journal said God's food saved my husband's life. 1 week, his number was 94. 2 days later, 88. Today, 82. He was on insulin. I mean, he's still on it, but won't be soon. Praise God. I'm new. Oh, she said she's new to Coach Ro. Oh, she said I'm new to Coach Ro. Okay, very good. So she put this testimony. She said she doesn't. She's not even in the program. She's just been following me, and so been helping her husband,
Mm.
change his diet. So his numbers are coming down.
Oh, good.
So let me see. Somebody asked me something though about okay, how many minutes should we exercise per day? Because I was doing well, but then I dropped off. I don't know if you. I mean, you got to start somewhere. Okay, if you're not doing anything, if you can get 15 to 30 minutes in a day, that'd be great. Okay, so it's
And
not.
that's what we recommend. Yeah, that's what we recommend too. They do 30 minutes times five, which is 5 days a week, and they say 150, 160 minutes a
Yeah,
week.
there you
But I
go.
but I would say if you can get out and move this body as much as you can and just enjoy moving, I
Hmm.
think you're gonna win all the way around.
That's right. That's good. That's good. 150. I've seen that 150 minutes a week. Let's see. I saw the education in sugar A sweet is so vital. It has brought results that I had only wished that I could achieve. But since the program, I have achieved past the dream weight. Come on. Let's see. Somebody said times in the Jordan almost missed his blessing because of pride and wanting something complicated. Yeah, yeah. So people, they actually like the program. I said it's simple. I said we're eating God's food, moving our bodies, and drinking water. Like this is simple, and it's like it's so simple. People think this can be it. Like it's got to be like I need something more. I'm like no, that's it. Like that's it. Like
Yeah.
don't complicate this thing. That's what it is. But some people are
Right.
this is like it was so simple that they think it's a scam. I'm like, what? So it's got to be complicated for it not to be a scam. I'm like, no, this is
Right.
simple, guys. We don't have to complicate this. It's very simple. We're going to eat God's food. We're going to move our bodies and we're going to drink water. And Doctor, has that not been the plan since day one, Doctor
I'm
Diddy?
trying to tell you that has been the plan since day one. And this and all of these thousands of results is because of it. You
Yeah.
know, and thank God that people are not divorcing me anymore. You know, I used to tell people about their food and they wanted to fight. So the fork and the knife became a weapon.
Right,
Okay.
right, right,
What
right.
you Doc Diddy, what you mean? What you look and head swirling? I say, wait, put the knife and the fork
That's
down.
right.
Look, ain't
That's
don't
right.
cut me today.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know
That's
what
tell them
I'm
put the
saying?
dukes down. They want to fight. Put your
Yeah,
dukes
they
down.
gonna
I'm here to
fight,
help
man.
you.
Talk about
Yeah,
look, what are divorce papers at? They trying to divorce me, everything. Look, like, listen, I promise you this is for the betterment of you.
that's right.
You don't have to fight me over food. You know
Yep,
what I'm
yep,
saying?
yeah. Okay, Shonda said 13 days, it dropped 20 points. By week 5, it dropped 50 points. It said it went from 153 over 96 to 101 over 58 in 5 weeks.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's awesome. That's what she said. She was on medication for almost 20 years, she said. So that's what she got in the
That's right.
chat. Shonda Curtis said she lost 20 pounds and she's off her blood glucose meds. Um, Tom, my husband has arthritis in both knees, but what do you recommend? He's overweight also. Trying to get him on the program. What you recommend, Dr. D? She said, my husband has
Getting a rope.
arthritis in both knees. What do you recommend? He's overweight also. I'm trying to get him on the program.
Get in the rowboat.
That's it.
Get in the rowboat, baby. I
I
promise you're
mean,
gonna win all day.
yeah. You got
Saving
it.
grace,
Yeah.
man.
You
Get in the
got you. You
rowboat.
already know people are getting rid of this arthritis left and right. I mean, we've had
Left and
Dr.
right.
Didi people who are scheduled for knee surgeries. Okay, knee replacements, hip replacements that have are like canceled their surgeries because I'm just like it's amazing. I remember one. We've had this twice where one lady she had already had surgery on one of her ankles. She had rheumatoid arthritis, had already had
Mm-hmm.
surgery on one of her ankles. She was due to have the other one on her right ankle. She was walking with a walker, okay, when she joined the
Oh
program.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Got off that
Nothing.
walker and she's walking 3, 4, 5 miles and no surgery on her. I mean, I'm just like, wow.
That's amazing.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm just like the way God made these bodies. And then
Absolutely.
the other young lady who was scheduled for she already had one hip replaced, and she was scheduled to have the other one. And she came during the orientation. She told me, I said, when are you scheduled? She said, well, I'm scheduled for whatever day it was. Well, I said, let's just see. I said, I have a sneaky suspicion, you may not need that. And so, sure enough, she didn't. She ended up canceling that appointment because she went from same thing. She said, I used to go to the store and have to get in the scooter to drive around in the store. And then I think I don't know, a few days in, she was walking in the store. She said, "Man,
Wow.
she said it seems different because she's used to sitting in the chair." She said to be walking. She said I hadn't walked in the store in so long, and then like within a week or two, maybe 2 weeks, she's in the store, like outside walking with weights on her ankles. I was like, "You better slow down. You're doing too much." You better slow down. But she canceled her appointment, and I still see her on Facebook. I still see her posts. She's still up and about doing her thing. Never did have that surgery. That was over a year ago, maybe. Yeah, I think that was close to a year ago that
That's
happened.
all we want, man. That's all I want. I want you to have life. And I want you to have it abundantly. So
That's
if I'm telling you to trust me that medications is not your answer, and if you will go home and do these things, then I promise you, you're gonna win and you're gonna get your life back, you're gonna get your family back, your family time, your quality of life is coming back to you. If I felt like a pill would help you,
mm,
I promise you I will give it to you.
that's it.
But the answer is not in the pills. It's in your purpose and for you purposefully saying, I am going to move this body. I'm going to eat God's food. I'm going to do what I need to do. I will win. I must win. I
I must.
can win.
Mm,
That's it. That's
mm,
it. Every day. That's what we want. We want these testimonies. We don't, I promise you, physicians are cheering you on.
yeah, yeah,
Physicians are,
yeah.
we're cheering you on, man. We're
I
cheering you on.
I know Dr. Deedy is. She's been in our corner since day one. This is the last question I want to ask you, Dr. Deedy, if you can explain, because I don't even know if people understand this as well. Because some people think, well, some people think they're healthy because their blood pressure or their blood sugar is what do they say, managed by diabetes. You said, well, I mean, not by, I mean, managed by medication. Like it's, I monitor, it's healthy. I'm healthy. I got high blood pressure, but I manage it with medication. So, what is the danger to the body, to the organs, in being on this medication? Is that dangerous at all for those people? That's
Yeah.
I take metformin, I take losartan, I take atorvastatin. I take all this. Like, what's the danger to my body in taking those medications? Because when I take them, all my numbers are good, so I should be good, right?
Right. Man, let me tell you the misconception. My bad. I went to this limb salvage. The Atlanta Medical Association put on a little talk here in Atlanta, right? I went to it. It's a podiatrist, it's a vascular surgeon, so it's a blood vessel doctor, and then there's a foot doctor, right? Because us are the number one people who are losing our limbs,
Mm,
right? They're amputating because of the fact that we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. The reason why I'm telling you this is they call it limb salvage, which means that they're trying to save people from getting these amputations. They said that people are coming in with normal, they're not even on medication, normal blood pressure. They're coming in with normal blood sugars. They're coming in average weight. They didn't say that obesity, they said like average weight, but because they have the things in their office, they just choose to test people, right? But all like 35 years old, I'm not even talking about 50, 60, 35 years old, they already have our arteries here, right? They already have buildup, right? This is your artery, this is your space. There's already buildup in here.
mm-hmm.
Blood can't get through here, right? So then when they test you, right? This the limb, this the foot.
Yeah.
There's no blood. There's no blood coming to the foot.
Yeah.
So listen, mom, with normal levels.
Mm.
Why? Because we're eating Chick-fil-A and Wendy's and fried foods and everything else. And it has not affected our body yet, but the inside of our vessels are being clogged up every single day. But
Wow.
but think about it, Ma. You want me to tell you that a pill is gonna clean all this out.
Mm. Wow.
Do you
So,
understand
and
what I'm
that
saying?
that's like that for somebody that's not even on the pill yet. That their numbers are normal. Imagine what it looks like for somebody that's already the numbers are already through the roof.
You understand? Okay, so now we're gonna move to. So now we're trying to stop that. We're trying to clean out people's arteries and all this stuff with God's food, whatever we just been talking about. Okay, so now we have people that say, "Listen, I'm on cholesterol medicine. I'm on blood pressure medicine because this definitely makes your blood pressure high, right? Your blood sugar through the roof because they know this syrup, right?
Yeah,
This gonna crystallize this syrup, right?
that's
So all
right.
of the things that are causing, you know what I mean, our levels to be high, and we're taking a pill, but it cleaned off. Say for instance, it shaved this down to just a little bit. So now your arteries, I'm trying to make sure you see me. Now it's
Yeah.
open like this.
Uh-huh.
So now there's blood going through, and now there's a little bit of blood. So now the pills are keeping you managed, but what are we gonna do about this?
That's right. Wow.
What are we gonna do about this? This is still there.
That's right.
This is still there. Maybe it's cleaning it off a little bit. So
Mm,
then what happens? Then you live 50 or 60 years, right? Maybe you live 40, 30 years, maybe 20 years, and you still got this in there. But
mm-hmm.
then what happens, right? We have heart attacks, we have
Mm-hmm.
strokes,
Mm-hmm.
right? We have dialysis, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the amputation. So what I'm saying is that even though the levels are at a manageable state because you're on medications, it's not clearing out anything. Managing does not mean fixing.
No.
Managing does not mean clearing out. Managing just means that your levels are staying low enough for us not to have anything emergent that needs to be done now. But that's not what we're aiming for in life. Is that what we're aiming? That's mediocrity.
Mm.
Our goal in life is not mediocrity. My goal in life is so that you can live to see your grandbabies and you can play on the floor with your children and that you can see people graduate from college and you can continue to work and travel. Like we're shooting for the stars here. So in order to clear this out, baby, pills not going to do it. And then when you take the pills, it's going to affect something else. And it's this radical effect, right? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to give you a pill that's supposed to be fixing this, but then it's injuring the kidneys down here.
That's right.
You understand? Or
Yeah.
it's tearing up the liver over here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm all for it. I'm all for it if it's needed. I'm all for it because I know that there's situations, look, people that we just got to understand. Some people are past a certain point, or either they're not going to do. So I'm going to give you this all day because I'd rather have this than to have nothing
That's right.
and you lose your life. So that's me. But if you have the ability to fix this thing and come off of medication and your body able to do what it needs to do on its own and not dependent on medications, then that's life. And then guess what? This moves. This
Mm,
moves. And then now
come
we wide
on.
open.
That's right. Come on. So
Now
that's
we
when they
wide
go back
open.
when they continue to eat God's food and they go back getting checkups and the numbers get the cholesterol getting lower and lower and lower, triglycerides getting lower and lower, blood pressure getting lower and lower, A1C getting lower and lower as you go back because you continue to eat God's food.
You're healing this body, man. Let's heal the body, not manage the body. Let's heal the body, not manage the body.
That's it.
Listen, heal the body, not manage the body. And listen, I'm all for the people who need it. But if you have the ability to do something, let's do it.
Yeah. That was it. Pops needed it when he went. He needed to be on medication when he got there. He needed, and he would. I would say, listen, you need this right now. But I'm like, if you tell him, I'm like, they said, well, they said he was going to be on medication for the rest of his life. You know the story. And he was like,
Right.
are you telling me there's nothing I can do? And he going back and forth. And so the doctor said, okay, okay, but at least 3 years is what he said. Okay, it's going to take you at least 3 years. And I'm thinking, and I'm only, I'm speculating, but I'm thinking he said that based on the average, like from his experience of the people, like people don't normally do what he did, right? And so most people not going to do it. So at least if you're going to do it, you're not going to go all the way in. So it's going to take you at least 3 years to turn this thing around. Was his mindset. And I said, like, I was like, Pops, don't worry about it, man. Let's go home because we're going to do
And
the
do
work.
the work.
Let's go
That's
home and
right.
do
Do
the
the
work.
work. Let's
And
go
and
home and
that
do the work.
and that is it, y'all. We have to do the work. That's all Dr. Didi is saying. We have to do the work. And let's just pray to God that it's not so far gone. It's not so far down the line. It's not irrevert. Like that God will bless you enough and grace you enough, be merciful enough that you can turn this thing around. Okay, and that plaque buildup that's in the middle, that thing will go away. Okay,
That's right.
that your blood pressure
Absolutely.
will normalize, your A1C will normalize, okay? That your weight, you start releasing the weight, right? I mean, everything just gets better, and we see this every single day, Dr.
Day.
Didi.
Yeah. We
Every
see
single
so
day.
much. Yes, yes. We see so many
Mm.
wins. We see so many wins. We
It's
can't
it.
be denied. We know this work. Like
We
I
know
don't
it
even
works.
look, like
You
if you don't look, if you're not with it, it's cool because we like listen, we know this work.
know,
You get in a rowboat, you know what I'm saying? But I know what you're
get
trying to
in
say,
the
but
rowboat. You know what? Let
you
me
don't have
post
to
this.
convince me. You need to convince yourself. I'm
Let me post this link, man. Y'all need to get in the rowboat. This thing is just it's amazing. Hold on. Let me post this link because before I forget about it. And so I'm talking about the Sugar Ain't Sweet Academy, you all. Like the people that are here, if you don't know about it, look, you better know because this thing is saving lives. I'm gonna say it, right? Because people are saying it. Shonda says it. Shonda says, she said it saved her life. Like literally, that's what she said. She said it saved her life. So here it is. I have the link here. I put it in the chat. She said this thing saved her life. It's a 6-week program, okay? 6-week health coaching program that's saving people lives. We're teaching you how the body works. We're teaching you the food to eat so that you may thrive, so that you can get rid of that plaque in the middle, okay? So that you can normalize your blood pressure, your blood sugar, like your body can release the weight. You can get rid of the inflammation, the arthritis, like all these things. People getting off CPAP machines, people are canceling surgeries. I mean, we have so many testimonies.
Yes.
I just can't tell it all. You see,
That's right.
so we have a private community, Dr. Didi. We have probably, I don't know, it's probably close to 800 people in that community. And people are it's so lit. Like people are fired up. They put testimonies in there every day.
Yes.
They're posting pics of their food, their before and after pics. It's like they're so encouraged and they encourage one another and they hold each other accountable, right? We have a live coaching call every single day. That's new. I don't know any
Yeah.
program where you have a live coaching call like Monday through Friday, like with live coaches that can answer your questions.
Questions,
Like
yes.
literally answer your questions. I don't know. Somebody said no. I've been in programs where you have calls every day, but they're recorded calls. No, this is a live call, 5 days a week, a live call with a coach. I jump on there. Tuka jumps on there. You know, we have other
Yeah.
coaches that are on there, and we're walking like every single day. You're communicated to by Coach Rowe every single day. You're getting correspondence. You got homework to do. You have assignments to do. Like it's real interactive. Like literally. Like we ain't playing. It's called an academy for a reason because you're learning.
Yes.
You're learning, and so Pops and I we talk about this all the time. And who's at the center? God. God is at the center
Hmm.
of it all. He's at the center. I tell people, I said, listen, I'm with him. Okay, he with me. We together.
Me. Good. That's right.
We together. And so
That's right.
if you're with me, you're on the winning team. And so he tell me, and I tell you, y'all. And so I'm just super excited. So if you don't know about it, here's the beauty. The people that are joining right now, because we know it's the holiday season. So the people that are joining right now, we don't start until January 8th. That's what we're doing. So we're allowing people to get through Christmas, get through New Year's, and we kick this thing off January 8th. So that's the folks that are joining right now. And people are excited. You know, they're joining every day, getting in the rowboat. We got people in the rowboat um, doing referrals, referring their co-workers and family members and friends and
Yes.
neighbors. And because people seeing their co-workers that were like, what you doing? Like,
Yes.
what are you doing? It's like, you better get in the rowboat.
Yeah.
Get in the
And get
rowboat.
these babies. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
When the parents get on board, man, and the aunties and the uncles and every grandparents, whatever, when they get on board, man, get these babies. Get these babies.
Got
Yank them out of these places that's giving them all this stuff that's killing their bodies and making them obese so that they have these chronic diseases at young age. And I'm talking
to.
14, 15, 16 years old, high blood pressure medicine, diabetes medications. They overweight. We killing them before they have a chance. Get these babies.
You're seeing
Get
that
these
at
babies.
14. You see that the 13, 14-year-olds
Absolutely.
on
Absolutely.
medication already.
I'm telling because it's too high. And we're doing our best to say, hey, listen, we need you to move around, get into a sport program. We're doing everything, but the kids can't do nothing if the parent don't see, don't understand, won't
That's
do.
right. That's
You
right.
understand? So that's why I'm so thankful for this education piece in our academy program so that we can teach people like, listen, look at these ingredients. Look, like this is let's talk about
That's
knowledge,
that's right.
right?
That's right.
Get these babies, man.
I'm so glad you said that. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get you out of here, Dr. Deedy. I did a YouTube last week, I think, last week, a week before last, and it was why I don't work with kids, right? And
Yeah.
it you say, and it wasn't because Coach Rowe loves the kids, okay, but it's because the kids don't buy the food, okay. It's the
Hmm.
parents. Like it has to start with I have to educate. So many times a parent has told me, "Oh, I wish you could talk to my daughter. I wish you could talk to my son. Like they don't eat vegetables." I said, "No. I need to talk to you. like you are the number one influence in their life, not me. They don't even know me, but they see
Yeah.
you every single day.
Good day.
You
That's
are
right.
their role model, not me. I don't care how much you think they're watching me on IG. They see you every day."
Every day.
Every day. So whether or not we say we're not a role model, I say yes we are. The question is, what role are you
You
modeling?
go man.
You are a
Yes.
role model, okay? But what role you? So are you eating vegetables? Are you drinking water? Okay. Are you eating salads? Are you exercising? But you want me
Right.
to tell the child that that's what they need to do because they're overweight, but you're overweight.
That's right. Hmm.
What role are you modeling? So no, you need to be in the rowboat.
Please.
You know what
I'm
I'm saying?
telling you.
You need to be in the
Yes.
rowboat because this is what I learned. I said because when you change, the people around you change.
That's right.
See that just what you said. When you change, man, I don't care. I don't care. They could be like, I don't want no parts of it. I promise you, at some point, they gonna be like, let me taste that. What that tastes like? Let me see what
It's
that
like,
tastes like. I don't care what it is. Me and Pops, we used to make these salads. They be so big, whatever. And Gabby be like, boy, that sure look good. Yeah, make me a salad.
let me see, let me take that.
Let me see
Yeah,
what you did. Boy, that look good.
exactly.
Just because I mean they were seeing us eat them every day, and they were like, well, that look kind of good. Let me see what you got up in
Yeah,
there.
let me see. Is
Let me
what all you put in
what you
there?
put in
Yeah.
there? Because it's just. Like I said, you ain't got to say nothing. You just do. You know,
They
most
will
people, they
follow.
get to talking. You know, I'm like, you ain't got to say nothing. Just do it. I promise you. They going to start talking to you like, okay, let me put a little bit of that on my plate. I get so
That's
many
right.
wives that said, praise God. They come there, praise God. My husband, he asked me to make him a plate and put some vegetables on his plate. He said, hey, we
Okay.
praising the
Come
Lord.
on.
But they didn't say a
I
word.
love
They
it.
just were doing their thing. And the husband said, hey, put a little bit of that on my plate. See, but when we
Yeah.
just like, you need to, they,
Nobody don't want to hear all that.
everybody went here.
That's right. And if you don't buy it, they can't eat it. You
Come
know what I'm
on.
saying?
Come
If
on.
you don't buy it, they can't eat it. Them babies. And you know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Anyway, get them babies.
Get them
Get them
babies,
babies.
y'all. Get them babies, man. This was good, Dr. Didi. This was
Yeah, baby.
good. This was
Anytime.
good. Man. Dr. Didi be the elite MD.
Yes.
Winners win,
And
and
I
I
am
am
winning.
winning. Come on. I love it.
Come
I
on,
love
my
it.
man. I
I love
love
it.
it. I
I,
love you.
oh, look at
Yeah,
that. Praise God,
absolutely.
praise God. Listen, I want you to thank my brother for me, Coco, for borrowing you for about an hour and a half. No, actually 2 hours because we about 2.5 hours. We've been on another call, so
That's right. That's
so
right.
thank him for me for allowing you to grace our presence or bless us with your presence on both calls, and so appreciate it. I know this was good for the people because I need them
It's
to
my
hear from the
pleasure.
doctor's
Yeah.
perspective, and
Yeah.
so
My pleasure. Operation Help the People, my baby. Operation Help the People.
all day. Operation
All
Help the
day. Help
People.
the
I love it.
people.
I love it. All right,
Yeah.
Dr. Going out of here. I love you. Love you so much.
I love you too, my baby.
Y'all say bye to Dr. Didi.
Bye, sweetie.
Okay. Woo! That was good, y'all. That was good. That was good. That was good. Dr. DDB, the Elite MD. Thank y'all for joining. Y'all share this one, okay? Please share this out. People need to hear. Like I'm so serious. Like share this to with at least 5 people, okay? With at least 5 people. Yeah, Shonda, just share this. Share this link with at least 5 people because people need to hear from the doctor's perspective. I think she like really explained how the kidneys are getting punched, what's happening when you're taking all the medication, how it's affecting even the thing when she talked about not being on medication, but still what's happening in your body, right? So eye opening, so enlightening. So thank you so much, Dr. Didi, for being with us. Yeah, this was great, y'all. So listen, that's all I have. Stay tuned, y'all. We got more guests coming, okay? Coach Ro dropping these nuggets, dropping these gems, these great videos, all trying to help you to achieve optimal health. Okay, so listen, that's all I got. I am Rochelle T. Parks. I am your health motivator, guys. And guess what? Whether you like it or not, I do not care. Okay, I can, I will, and I must continue to walk alongside you and help you to achieve optimal health. Don't forget, share this out with at least 5 people. Okay, I promise you, they need to see this one. All right, love y'all. I'm out. Peace.